What's up, creepers and geekers? Christy, Atari Creep, how's everyone doing today? I threatened that Million Macabre was going to come back, and for anyone who's, I should say more recent to the channel, Million Macabre is what I call my art, Million Macabre art. And whenever you see me build something or sell something or put it up on Etsy or whatever, let's talk about this real quick. I believe we did this one on the channel. This is oh shoot, I didn't put any batteries in it. That's all right. It's like a little kyber crystal chamber. I never did finish painting it. I never did enjoy this that much. But if you're interested in what this is all about, maybe I'll do a separate video in the future. Another project I had done a long time ago was this. Again, I can't remember if we did a video or not. But as you can see, it's a facehugger. Climbing up an alien egg, or maybe he's slowly climbing down. He didn't feel like jumping. Maybe he's a bit of a pussy. You know, the odds on all of them being tough guys aren't very strong. But we made this thing out of, I think this was an Easter egg. Some model magic for all the, the stuff. Hot glue. And this was a Dollar Tree garland skeleton. So, I'm looking at these items. And I remembered I went up in the attic and found, I had a whole box of these. These are from the Dollar Tree. This is why that doesn't have light in it. Because I wanted to show you this one. It's got 100 lumens. Luminescence. It lights up. It lights up. It was $1. They still sell them at probably $1.25 now at the Dollar Tree. But I remember thinking to myself, if I don't buy a bunch of these now, I'll probably never get one again. Which means they're probably in stock at all times now. So I got a bunch of these upstairs, and I was thinking to myself, what can I do for a cheap, under $5 project? Let's combine these two. That's not the right skeleton. This is going to be a mermaid I'm going to make. I'm going to make a he-merman. But that's neither here nor there. We got a garland skeleton from the Dollar Tree. And that's what I made this one out of. The spine, the ribs, and the hips. Easy peasy. Took me a few seconds, a little bit of clipping and cutting and gluing. And we were rocking and rolling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a containment chamber for a facehugger out of this bad Larry. I mean, you can't deny the value in a $1 little thing like this with the aesthetic. Most people do things like, the chambers for the crystals. I'm going to turn it into a damn alien containment unit. Now, I have been stressing putting liquid in it, but I don't think we're going to do the liquid. So, I'm probably not going to talk much during this, so if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, but I'll try to show you as much as I can as far as the build's concerned. But enough yapping. Let me clean up my space. We'll start building. Cue the fucking music. Alright, for the 5th fucking time, this is what we're left with. If you only knew. The front of the rib cage, this was the bottom, this is the top, the head would be right here. This is the whole spine. What's great about it is it just pops off. It has those little nipples. So, then we got the 2 parts of the hip bone that we'll use for the lungs of the thing. So the idea is, not literally this way, but we'll just put these like that, and we'll make it happen. Bend the tail a little bit with some heat. Obviously, I'm going to flip this around, but now I just got to wait for the hot glue gun, because I'm never ready. Alright, what you saw me doing there was just using super glue and baking soda. It's an old modeler's trick. It's hard as a rock. It takes seconds. The only thing is you don't want to touch it while it's curing because it'll burn. So let me fill that hole doing the same thing. We got to turn this up a little bit. We'll secure it on here and we'll call it good. Alright, and the great thing about these is they just come apart. This you need to be a little more careful with. It's kind of pinched in there and there's these 4 little tabs. Alright, this here you can just pop right up like that. And that's what we're left with. So after pulling out this, I had this stupid little UFO that I was actually thinking about. I thought it would slot right here and I would drill a hole straight through this and find something to poke up. Maybe even just attach the tail to it. Actually, that's not a bad idea to hold it in. But unfortunately, it goes right through. So what I think we're going to do, I'm going to take this 1950s bra, or it's a Plymouth hubcap. I'm just going to place it in there upside down and put that in there. And then we can go from there. Actually, I think that's a better look anyway. It gives it some weight. It gives it some, you know, layers. There we go. Gives it layers. So I'm going to have to chrome the inside of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit everything here with a clear plastic primer. Of course, protecting the LED part. And the rest of it's just going to be paint, glue, and it might be done in a few minutes, actually. So this is the plastic primer I use. It's by Montana. This stuff's great because it's transparent. I already have 2 coats on there. Yes, it's snowing and it's cold. I don't care. So with this, ironically, I was trying to scrape the sticker off, and this just broke. It shattered. So I went upstairs and got another base. But it just so happened to have one of these that actually was more chromy on the inside. So I'm just going to leave that alone. The only thing is the clear thing won't lock in because of the width of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind it down with my Dremel to basically match this edge right here. And that way it'll slide in just nice. I can paint that. I'm actually going to drill a hole through the bottom of that into this. And then we're going to get this to look all nice and mechanical and metally and stuff like that. So let me grind this down, get back in the house, and figure out what else to do here. Alright, I was able to grind it and sand it down to where I can get this back in there. I mean, it's tight, but what a pain in the ass. So whenever I have a model kit, whether I use all the pieces or not, I always keep the sprue exactly for stuff like this. And what's really great for these is if you do like a rocket ship or a spaceship or Star Wars kind of, you know, these make really great accent pieces because you always see them. They have like lots of these little pipes that go all over the place on the top and the bottom and the sides. And I don't know what it's all for, but that's what these are great for. So off camera I heated this up and just twisted it a little bit, and I'm getting ready to start putting things together. I actually have the clear plastic outside. I sprayed it with a little of that plastic primer. I'm hoping it'll fog it up just enough because we still have to make that a little dirty. But until then, I want to think about how I'm going to attach this here. And I didn't want to leave it flat and straight like I did the other one. So I, off camera, because I don't want you thinking this is the way you should be doing it, because I'm probably going to get cancer in the eyeball now. But I heated it up with a lighter and then just turned it, ran it into cold water, and I think that's enough. I don't need to go all the way around. This is Dollar Tree plastic, so peekaboo, I can't see you. Oh well, I'm going to try to buff it out with the Dremel, and if worse comes to worse, I'll just steal from the other one. Alright, the other one was too far gone, so I'm using the one from the display when I showed you earlier that had the kyber crystal in it. It also had this crack. So, I'm just going to put that in the back, and maybe it'll be like a, oh my god, it's escaping, but I'm definitely going to put some glue in there to keep it together. Oh my god, it is free, run for your lives! But I'm still winning today. I wanted to cut that hand off of this, and I was going to have to put a piece of styrene down here. Turns out I cut it just right. It's already got its own floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint this up. And slap this on the side like it's some kind of mechanical doohickey that makes it work. Alright, while that other piece is out there drying, let's figure out which way we want this. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to keep it loose in there. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I should tack it down. Ooh, you know what? We're just going to go with it for now. Probably shouldn't, but it's in this pretty solid. I'm gonna call it good for now. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it like that. So far, not too bad. I kind of wish he was a little higher up, but we didn't plan very well, did we? All right, now I still want to make the glass look a little used. All right, I'm gonna start with a little bit of black. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load the brush up a lot. Alright, I'm going to make sure the fibers have a bunch of black on it. And then I'm going to wipe most of it away. That way the brush is still loaded, so it lasts a little longer. You can really mash in there if you need to. But so I'm just gonna go around it doing this. I'm going to tap my finger. See, I should have just done this to begin with, but alright, I took the damn thing out because it was moving around. It was just driving me nuts. And I'm not securing this down, and I'll tell you why later on. So I did is I dampened this a little bit, and I'm just kind of polishing in the center, you know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the best spot at the time, and then we'll put him in. I think I'm going to put some glue on it to secure it where I want it, because it does move around a lot, so. Alright, so I have a real watery brown here. Actually, I'm going to add a little more water to it. I'm just going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to be a lot more liberal with it, you know. Right away, I'm just going to pop it up. And then this still has some on it, so why not? Get it in the light spots. Oh man, I can't wait for you to see the next color. That's where the real magic happens. Alright, get a little bit more on there. Be sloppy with it like your mom. Yeah, it's dirty. Naughty. Dirty containment unit. Now I'm going to use a little of this. Okay? It's a nice little rust color if you just leave it as is. But when it thins out, it gives it this oily, yellowish, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it other than some of that off there. Can you see what that's doing? It almost looks like iodine. It was a little heavy here, and I'm going to have to wipe that off, but it's a really gross color. So I'm going to do that on some of the clearer spots. Yeah, there we go. Let's booger it up. I'll even put some up here. I wanted to keep the top not as dirty because it's higher up and it would make sense there'd be less traffic up there than down here. Whether I made the right decision, I don't know. And more importantly, where this color is most effective is when you do it on the dark spots. You just tap it a little bit like that. And it just adds another dimension. Don't mind them in the background. They're funning around. It's my professional studio setup. 5 below light. So there you go. That's what it should look like. I might even touch a few spots with sandpaper to scuff it a little bit, because it does kind of look too shiny, but I suppose it's supposed to have fluid in it. Alright, for better or for worse, it's in there. I glued it. I just used hot glue. Put a bead around the bottom and just slammed it in there and held it until it was secure. So this is forever going to be the front. Shall I say otherwise? I put some green Sharpie on the light, and you know, it's just enough to diffuse it to be, you know, so. And bippity bam, just like that, with the magic of television. And because I'm creatively greedy and I didn't film doing this, I literally just painted it black, threw some silver on it, called it good. We may add a little bit more to it, but it's done as best as I'm going to get it now. Now, I did not secure this because I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree and get a couple more of these. Apparently, I don't have as many upstairs as I thought I did. So I'm going to get a couple more and replace the glass because of that crack. That really bothered me. Maybe I can paint a little extra on there so it's like it's barely holding on. And maybe make it look like, you know, what is that? What is that? Something flex? Get a skin of him. Fixing it with that, excuse me. I'm still wicked congested. So I'm going to light it up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it too well because I tried to take a video from my friend Mike. And as soon as I turned it on, everything disappeared. So, I mean, I'll turn the lights off in the room, too, to see if that does better. But there we go. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it. Yay. Wheel and Utani would be fucking proud, wouldn't they? Holy shit. I still think I went a little heavy on the glass. That's the great thing because this is all water-based paint, so I can really just scrub it off. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that because I have to get new glass for it. So there you go, guys. A Facehugger, Containment, Cryo, whatever you want to call it. It's not really cryo, right? For under $5. $1 for this. The skeleton was $4 or $5 for $1. I don't know where we got the little UFO from. This is from a $1 mech from the Dollar Tree. So under $5. Some paint, a little bit of time, a few batteries. I think it's pretty cool. And here it is in total jackness. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail picture. We'll see. But either way, let me know if you like this. Give me feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all positive to me, guys. Wherever in the world you are. I genuinely hope you're doing well. I know a whole mess of people who are sick right now. My entire class. We had no class this past week. A friend of mine in Jersey, all of her workmates are sick, including her. So I hope you guys are doing well and you're you're avoiding this mess. And with that, until next time, take care. Creep it real. Go make something, guys. Let me see. If you make one of these, tag me in it. I want to see. Or make it better. I want to see that. That's the important thing. Okay, guys. Creep it real. Bye-bye.